Welcome to Yellow Skunk Farms, everybody. Quick disclaimer, if you're not 21 years or older, please leave the channel now. This is a 21 year and up older channel, please. Thank you very much. If this is your first time coming in, you should go back and look at where this Monstera was about, I don't know, 10 days ago. Every day it just, I think it's going to take over the whole room, to be honest with you. That new leaf there, and it looks like I got another one coming off of that one. We have, looks like Scooter and Cooter. Look at both of you down here waiting. These are, that's Scooter or Cooter on the right and Scooter on the left. They are two farm-raised Florida sliders. One's a peninsula cooter and the other is a river cooter. And the reason we got those is because of their yellow stripes. We have red striped sliders around here, but we got those from Florida as a gift, so it's pretty cool. And then Pooter is our goldfish we rescued from the bait and tackle shop. He was only about that big when we got him. You can see now he's a good pounder. What do you think, Poot? And then we've got Plinko there. Oh, and there's our shiner we got from the reservoir. Plinko down there is our algae eater, our huge, getting big. And there's a molly, a yellow molly. But everything looks great in the pond. Pond has a pump, runs up top of the creek here, runs down through the creek. And this is what is watering and feeding our plants for the most part. We are in day 63 of flower. This one here has been, this one is the lemon lime one. I'm calling it Mr. Clean right now, but that's not its name. It's just what it smells like. Mr. Clean, lemon, lime, but the other one over there in the corner smells a lot better. Here's Droopy. We overwatered the center of the bed there. We have fixed the problem, but we still got some good seeds, even though the plant didn't do very well. There we go. Seeds look great, and the smell on the plant is amazing. It's got a, I would say right now it's, let me try a different finger here. This one is got the cotton candy, more funky, like buttery, butterscotch candy type thing going on. But it's these two over here that are, I'm thinking the better seeds that I want to get are the ones off of this one. And especially this one. This one turned out to be the funk and the well, it's the gas, it's the candy, the terpene. Excuse me. Expression is just on point. Nice tight nugs. Oh God, it's got that, it's almost got a little skunk on the back end. It really does. Mixed with the cotton candy, a little skunk. Yeah, and then the seeds that come from this were from a male one of these. So this has got the lemon lime, This has got that orangey, butterscotch, cotton candy, bubblegum type funk. This has got more of a lemon lime. We're going to hopefully merge those two together and see what we get. They're just packed full of seeds. I mean, everywhere I touch, there's a seed. It's not quite done though. I mean, it's brown, but it's got tiger stripes. You see that? So they're close. Bust off that calyx. I believe they call it a calyx. The coating around the seed there. Calyx. Calyx, whatever. Oop, and there goes another. Man, it smells so good. Oh, let me show you this one here. See, we're coming into the last few. See the seeds just popping out. That one will probably lose anyway, right there. It's getting ready to just release. Good looking seed. Full of all the goodness. Everything a seed needs, a little boy or girl needs to grow up nice and healthy. Look at our tomato. It's completely gone now, just about. Well, I'll say completely, but it's pretty much been devoured. And we had our avocado shell over here, just chilling, been completely devoured. We got our pads here, and worms are running through that. We can get it a little wet again though. Let's suck up a little bit more junk. Look at that dairy cow. Thing is huge. Look at the size of it to my thumb. Look at the size compared to the other one. Here, get on out of there. There you go. Ivy is just, look at this going on over here. That's not ivy. That's a piece of this jasmine. I'm just going to cut that jasmine off there. Well, or I can just push it up underneath here and let it grow this way. All in all, though, they look pretty good. You know, we're coming to the last days, so the seeds are starting to suck a lot of the leaf, the juice out of the leaf, pulling most of it up into the seed. Some of the seeds look really good. Some of them look underdeveloped on this one. This one looks good. You can see it underneath there, underneath the calyx there, calyx, whatever you want to call it. not too good with science. I'm not a scientist. I'm just doing my thing, you know. You can, like I told others, you can take what you want, leave what you don't want. This is just something that I do and have fun doing. Getting there. Got a little bit of green there on the end there on the tip, but she's working on it. We got our elephant ears. What is this guy here? Most of all this that you see on here is sand. It's from where I was throwing sand. We're not throwing it, but putting it around, just around the edge. It'll be alright. See, the lucky bamboo is just, see the spider web. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but spider webs all over everything. I usually leave the spider webs just because they're good moth catchers. See the water dripping from the dehu there. It's been topping off. I haven't had to add any water. You can see that is the UVB, A and B light, and the heat lamp. And we will be getting, you know, more lights coming. Grandmaster LEDs are sending me their newest and best. These are the Borg Evolution, the Tarantula Borg Evolutions. These are the 4-channel. You can adjust. I'll show you. Yep. There's 4 channels. Right now I'm only running 1 channel. All other 3 channels are turned off. I'm pushing 306 watts off all 3 lights. They're all connected to this one box here. We're running 50%. None of the other stuff is accurate. It's not 82 degrees. It's not 51% relative humidity. That sensor is not hooked up. I have a pulse meter over there for that. And I probably need 2 pulse meters, but just because we got so much of a crazy microclimate going on in here, it's probably a different temperature over there, humidity, everything's probably different over in that corner than it is over in this corner. But there's not a whole lot we can do about that other than circulate the air. That's why I have that tube, the exhaust tube coming up off of the dehu. That's not to reroute, it's not to push the air outside, it's just to reroute the air over into that corner. So you can see I'm blowing that dehu air over, up top, through that jasmine, just to help circulate air. And then we've got the mini split blowing air. We've got fans back there blowing air. We've got this fan here. We've got this fan here. That fan there. This fan over here. These fans there. So we got tons of airflow, and this is what we need. I want to see everything, especially down below and up high. So we've really got to, so you see how I've got 2 fans. I've got one down here blowing down, got one up here. Same goes for over there in the back. I've got it blowing up around the top, circulating air in that corner over there. So everywhere I want to circulate air, and the room is not sealed up completely. We have gaps in the door. We actually have gap in the window back here. We can actually get air in from behind. You can see where I've chopped. I can actually feel air coming in right there. So that's air exchange. There's air exchange here, but not much going up through the... So we are exchanging quite a bit of air. This is not a sealed off room. It's very important that it not be a sealed off room. Mainly because this is a microclimate environment. We just need to circulate enough air, especially in the pockets. Make sure that we get air underneath. We got air in the water. Everything needs air to breathe, so we need to circulate as much as we can. I believe that not a heavy air. I mean, like a blast at the plant, but you can see how we've even got we've got air down here at the bottom. You can see we come all the way down here. We're blowing air. The grass is blowing. Get air pushing down into the system, air being forced into the water with the bubbler in the pond, and it being flowing through and dropping down and hitting rocks. Everywhere that water turns, it will pick up air. And that's why this grass doesn't go anaerobic or hydrophobic. It's picking up that air, you know, from the water and pulling it up the creek bed up into the soil pockets, where all this just stays moist. We don't have to water it, and it basically just turns into worm castings. Let me show you the dairy cow hangout along with the worms. They love to hang out underneath this this turtle shell here. I almost said eggshell, huh? But that's how, you know, the system is also in a horizontal system. So all the water, all the excess water that, like say if I cut these plants, water is going to rush down because the roots aren't there anymore. The roots aren't sucking that water up the plant. So we get a lot of water down in this trap hole here. That goes to the floor there. I know it won't focus in on it, but that is where all our excess water goes. Instead of it sitting up here in the soil, it runs down into those layers of sand, silt, and clay down to the floor, where the soil is separate and will not go anaerobic until we plant more plants that will start to wick that water up from the creek. It'll wick all that water up from the ground, and we don't have to ever water the soil at all. If we do, we're just kind of taking water from those pads, those nitrate pads that you see here. I'll just take these nitrate pads here and put them in the water. You can see that when we take them out and put them in there, the worms and everything just run through that pad. They come up and put all that stuff back into the soil. Those worm castings are providing bacteria, fungi for all the microscopic organisms in the soil to break down and make plant available to our plants. And that's kind of how the whole system works. It's wicking water. Water is life. The worms run through the edge of the sand, silt, and clay. There's an earwig. But they're doing their job. As long as they do their job, our job is simply to replenish. So like Mother Nature would send a flood in and would wash down sand, silt, and clay and organic matter from the mountains, replenishing the lower halves of the valleys So that's what we kind of have to do. We have to just replenish the sand, silt, and clay. As the worms devour it, we just come along and sprinkle sand, silt, and clay around the edges. Wherever we want those worm castings to be extended, sprinkle that worm casting down. The grass will start to spread into the soil pockets. Eventually all of this will be in here, and that's exactly what we want. We'll then just plant our plants right down into it. We'll just spread the grass over, maybe pull some of it out, and boom, plant right there, and watch them take off. It'll be something to behold, I tell you. Like, it's taken off so fast. I thought I'd be, nursing this thing along, putting amendments in, but I really don't have to put anything in so far. I overwatered the center, so we fixed that problem, and I'm already seeing actually they're not drooping like they were. Like, they really look a whole lot better than what they did, as far as the leaves were really starting to take a beating and drooping real bad, mainly because we overwatered and the plant could not breathe, especially this side right here. This side did okay. That side right there, where that water was being poured in from that dog fennel that we removed. But the dog fennel here it's going to come back too. Look, it's already, but look at the roots in the creek. That was wicking water up through here, turning it into mud. And that's mud. When it turns to mud, mud can't breathe. That's the biggest thing about it. It's the best way to think about it. If it can't breathe, it's going to go anaerobic. Well, that's what anaerobic means. Anti-air, anti-aerobic. It cannot breathe. And if it can't breathe, bad bacteria sets in. The bad guys move in. And we get problems like diseases and pests. And that's when bad things start to happen. Once we figure out the problem, we remove that water, the wicking action of that water from pulling up in so much in there. And then I took a rod here and was just poking it down in there and kind of just aerating. I'm not going to till it, I'm just going to aerate. I'm just going to poke this down in there and let air dry it out over time and not do anything else. That's it. And as it gets air, the good anaerobes start to move back in, taking over from the bad. And our next run, we may not be able to save this plant, but the next plant we plant in will be that much better. Like that, this plant over here has been looking great, and it's right on the edge of the creek, and that's because it's aerated. The air in the water from it bubbling over here and falling in over there and just creating that air hitting rocks as it wicks up into the creek. Those water molecules trap that air, and you get the point. What do you think, Coot? Come on up here, get you some sun. I know you see me and you want food. It's been a couple days since we fed too, so we could throw them a couple nuggets in there. It's gonna suck. We're gonna have to walk all the way around. That's the only bad part about it. There you go. Pooter, no, he got to get his. Look at the turtles coming for him. You know, and the scooter just gone. Hooter got some though. I saw him. He's good to go. Alright, that's it I think for today. Today we're going to be over at Yellow Skunk Pond Gardens. We're going to throw some more mud. Today is going to be a mud day. We did a little mud yesterday and removed the rocks. Got that. You can see a nice little hole there where we can bridge it over. So now we're going to bring in the river rock from here. But first you can see how we concreted in from here to there. That was 2 buckets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I estimated 10 to 11 buckets of mud just to get this done. And we'll continue that today. And then it'll be pond liner time. And then more rocks. But we're going to go from river rock here. So we're starting river rock from here on in the back. And then from about here up will be more granite rock. Just like you see here. Kind of merge the two together. So, with that being said, I appreciate everybody hanging out. And Yellow Skunk Pond Gardens, if you want to check us out over there and give us a subscribe, we'd appreciate it. Peace.